at industry in Europe. So today we want to look at industrialization, interest in industrialization in continental Europe. And before that, we have played with this term industry since the beginning of the topic. So can you remind us the meaning of the word industry? Industry. And he said that industry is the manufacture of goods from materials. So within our region we have several industries. Sugar processing industries, like which one and which one? James and James. Yasin.
Yes, sugar factory.
Yes, sugar factory that processes sugar cane into sugar that we use as an ingredient in preparing tea. So let's look at the industrial revolution in Europe. We have seen that they are divided into social, economic, and political effects. So what are these effects? Yes. You have skilled and non-skilled labor. We say that effects of industrial skill and skilled labor. So other effects, we say what came as a result of industry. So with the skilled and unskilled labor, that is a factor that promoted industrialization in Europe. Another trial. Yes.
It's led with the growth of the middle class.
Yeah, industrialization led to the growth of middle class in Europe. So the class is divided into the poor and the rich. So the rich, we say that they're part as industrialists, and the poor are known as the peasants or the futures. Then the rich pure nature proletariat, those who own factories, means of production in the society. And then between the two, there was another class, the middle class, comprised of the workers, those who worked in the industries, and they earn good money compared to those who worked in the farms before industrialization. So let's continue with the effects. It led to the scramble and partition of Africa with the production of weapons and the need for raw materials in market for their products. European countries rushed to acquire colonies in Africa. What we call as the scramble and partition of Africa. So the word scramble means the rush way to acquire territories in Africa among the European powers. And partition means the peaceful way of sharing African continent peacefully among the European powers. And this took place in Berlin, Germany, the capital city of Germany, between 1884 and 1885, headed by the German Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. We shall look into that later in Form 3. And then it led to world wars. Do we know these world wars? The great wars in the history of human. First World War that took place between 1914 to 1918. Then we have another war that was referred to as Second World War, 1939 to 1945. Then immediately after the Second World War, we had another war referred to as the Cold War. That was between the superpowers, USA and USSR, which is Russia today. So another effect, yes, Vivian,
It led to the growth of trade.
it led to the growth of trade. How? Because there were enough, there were surplus industrial products, and the industrialists exchanged those goods either abroad or locally. Then the last one, it led to the improvement of agriculture. How? There was an invention of better farming equipment like seed drone, seed, combined harvester, among others. So we have looked at there are several factors for industrialization in Europe. So let's remind ourselves of those factors, of those effects. Number one, we give and feel we give. It led to the growth of trade, as we have said. Yes. It led to the struggle and partition of Africa for raw materials and market. Another one. Led to the growth of the emergence of middle class society in Europe that comprised of the industrial workers. And then another effect was rural-urban migration. And why do people move to urban areas? Why do people go to Nairobi? Yes? Yeah, to find a job, to look for employment. So people moved from the rural areas to urban areas in Europe to look for employment, better social amenities like schools, good hospitals who are in town, among others. Then, so going to town meant quick access to social services apart from job opportunities. And another one was it promoted scientific and technological advancements due to many discoveries, as we shall look later, that were made in the field of industry, chemistry, agriculture, and physics. We shall look at all those in detail later. Sawa. Yeah, so that marks the end of our lesson. Any question? Any question? If there's none, we meet next time.